I know y'all seen that versus last night between No Limit and Cash Money. It was a good versus, but y'all want to know who I think who won? I'm gonna have to say No Limit won the versus, because I had to realize that No Limit got some gangster songs, man. Cash Money got some good songs too, but it really depends on what you like. Because if you like that stunting type of flexing type of music, successful businessman type of music, then I would pick Cash Money. But if you like that gangster music, to get the crowd hype, that hype music, I would pick No Limit. But they both were good though. But what I like about the verses is that they did it for the culture. They both showed up, they showed love to each other, and it was a good battle. But they didn't have all their members there. Cash Money didn't have all their members there. I'm gonna give y'all that, because some of y'all gonna say that in the comments, like Wayne wasn't there. Because if Wayne was there, it would have been different, because Lil Wayne played a major role in Cash Money. But No Limit didn't have all their members there either. They didn't have Mystical there. Mystical is locked up right now, serving prison time. And then C Murder is locked up. Then Soulja Slim passed away. Then they had a lot of other members. So that's what I want to say, because a lot of people will say that. But what if Mystical and all them was there and C Murder? So, but No Limit had a good foundation though, because the family showed up. The whole majority of the family that was able to show up, they showed up. Because I knew Snoop Dogg was going to show up. Because a lot of people probably didn't know that Snoop was part of No Limit too, after he got off death row. And it was a good battle. But it depends on what type of music that you like though. So if your taste is for a stunt type of music, then you'll like Cash Money. If your taste is for like gangster type of music, then you'll like No Limit. So it depends on what you into. Because it was a real good battle. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest about it. It was a very great battle. It's what the culture wanted to see. And my favorite songs from Cash Money was what? Number One Stunner, Bling Bling. What else they got? They got a bunch of good songs that I like. And No Limit got a bunch of good songs I like. I like Bout It. Make them say, If I Could Change. They got a lot of good songs, but in reality, they both did a good job. But the only crazy part in the verses was at the end when Birdman dissed Turk. That just came out of nowhere. I was surprised just as much as you. So, but it was a special moment last night. And we all needed that. Because who y'all want to see on the next verses? Who y'all want to see battle next? Which was the best verses that y'all seen so far? Did y'all like this one the best? Because they did a lot of verses. They did what? Gucci Mane and Jeezy. They did Dipset versus The Lox. They did a lot of verses. I don't want to say I'm biased towards No Limit, because I used to have the Army fatigue pants when I was 8 years old. And I was just a No Limit soldier. It was just special. But that's why P won too, because he brought the foundation out. He brought the soldiers out. And the Army fatigue, it was a good moment. Everybody showed up, showed love, showed their support. Lil Romeo came back out, because I remember they was feuding for a minute, him and P. They worked it out, father and son. And that's what it's all about. It's all about love and working it out. And P always been a businessman. And music is just entertainment. That's why he rap gangster stuff. But like he always used to say, I don't live that. I changed my life. So he understood the assignment. So I got to give respect to P, because a lot of people don't give respect to Master P. They don't critique him in the top 5 rappers of all time. But I would critique him in the top 5 rappers of all time. He in my top 5. And people look at me like I'm crazy, but in reality, I'm not, because P got some skills, man. Y'all saw that last night. Y'all saw that. Y'all see his vision, man. And that's all that really matters. But without Lil Wayne being in that versus, it played a big factor, because Lil Wayne is a major factor to Cash Money. He got a lot of classics with Cash Money. He got the Carter 2. He got the Carter 4. And then, he the mixtape Weezy. Can't nobody beat the mixtape Weezy. Everybody know that. But I like that it was all good. It was all love. And that's what we need to see. Black men coming together, man. That's what we need to see. That's the change we all wanted. So let me know what y'all take on that versus though. Do y'all think Cash Money won? Or y'all think No Limit won? And I told you why I'm going to go with No Limit, because it's the type of music that I like. But if you had to ask the record labels, they'll probably say Cash Money would be better, because they're going to say whoever bringing in the most money. Because Cash Money was more commercial. But a lot of people will say, you done changed up. We don't want that commercial music. We want that underground street music. And you know we hear that in the hood all the time. You done switched up, man. You done went mainstream. The hood don't like mainstream. They like gangster music. But for a business perspective, you ain't just making music for your hood, though. So that's another good point for Cash Money. They made music for the world. P did, too. He kept it more street. Then he had commercial songs, too. They didn't bring Drake out. But is Drake and Nicki part of really Cash Money, or they part of Young Money? Because wouldn't that be considered Young Money? Drake and Nicki? And Tyga, because those was what, Lil Wayne artists. So let me know if y'all feel like they should have been included in Cash Money too, or they should just be considered Young Money. I want to know that, man, because it was a crazy battle out there. Like I said previously in this video, the only thing that was just shocking was when Birdman just went off topic and just dissed Young Turk out of nowhere. Like, didn't nobody see that coming? And Manny Fresh had to tell him, man, stay on topic, man. Birdman, he was on one last night. He said he was with all that. He dissing everybody. You ain't with us for all y'all. And that's just what it was going to be. Y'all got to put some respect on this thing. That's what it reminded me of. When he got out there talking, when he went viral years ago, talking about y'all got to put some respect on this name, man. And that's how I go. So that's my take on the situation. Let me know how y'all felt about it.